So let me see, I don't even know what day of the week it is. Jojo and I have just landed in, where are we? Qatar. We're on our way to Dar es Salaam. And why Tanzania? Only because it's the only airport that's open. And with the United States going back into coronavirus relapse and European countries stopping Americans from coming in, I didn't want to wait around any longer to see what would happen. I found myself in a unique position, whereas I was going through some family stress and all of my bags were already packed. And the stars aligned, and I said, let's go. Um, so, how do I feel? I feel a weight. I feel the weight that I've been carrying around in my consciousness, knowing that I have always wanted to go to Africa, but I didn't. I'm just coming now to the realization that that weight is actually the same, the reverse of the terror and fear that someone who is in my ancestral bloodline felt when they were snatched out of their home, put in chains and yokes and shackles, whipped and dragged across the entire African continent, put in a slave ship, and that person wanted to go home. That person wanted to.
Mommy,
mm,
I want to take over the play, please.
Give me a second, let me finish with this
I
video.
can't. You can't.
Jojo, that wasn't nice. So
No.
wait, give me a second, I'm almost finished.
No.
So yeah, um that that yearning that has been inside of me since I was a little girl, to say Africa, I want to go to Africa even though I've never been. That yearning that says I am an African, despite how many other DNAs you find, how much Europe or whatever it is that you find. It's 120,000% African up in this DNA. Everything that I think, believe, my values, religion. And so I don't think that there was at any point in time where I had any doubt that I wanted to go to Africa. So what I realize now is that it's this handing down of this weight of return. And many people don't, or even people in our bloodlines, our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents, have never been in any kind of position to say, we're just going to go back to Africa. And that we have found ourselves in unique positions where travel is much more easy, where opportunities are much more easy, where, you know, people are much more willing to accept the idea of returning to Africa. I think now in this time is when we need to stop making excuses and put the wheels in motion. I'm not saying this is something easy. I'm I'm in the process of doing it, and it is hard as hell. It is a psychological battle when you think about the money and you don't know where you're going. You don't know what the future holds. You have no uncertainty. But you know what? The way how the United States looks right now, it's shaky as shit. I don't know that if I stayed there either. So I'm like, I just had to get out. I just felt like the trust in the country as a model no longer exists. You can't trust the president, you can't trust the police, you can't trust, is there going to be a job, is there going to be anything? You can't trust any of that stuff. So what is the promise of America? How can America promise me that anything will be there for me? It just felt like the time to get out and And if it's not time for me, it was definitely time for this one. At 4 years old, she is ripe for learning new customs and culture and language. She's ripe for the picking of, the development of something other than and stronger than us. So, more than anything, Johanna is my catalyst. For years, I've wanted to come. I've made plans. I even got the money and was too scared to go, you know. But Johanna is definitely an impetus of, do I want to leave her that legacy of America? Why would I raise her in that, knowing what it is? And if I can do better, let me try. So this is me trying. I don't know what's at the end of that plane ride from Qatar to Dar es Salaam, but I'm willing to try to find out and see. All right, that's what I gotta say for now. So y'all think about the things that I said and see if that makes any kind of sense for you. Okay? Um, if you have anything to add, leave your comments below. Peace. See you in Dar es Salaam.